What's cracking, family? It's your man's Divisor back once again in another sauna session. It's hot in here, baby. I'm not going to take off all my clothes, though. I'm here just to say that it's January 5th. It's Monday. Market is recovering. Who would have thought that was possible? Who would have thought that could happen? You mean it bounces off a floor? You mean it just comes back every time? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what I was saying. Forever. Sure, it goes down, but it comes back. Doesn't just go down forever. Come on, people. All right, let's take a look at it. Let's take a look. We got Bitcoin at $93,600, and rising. If you look at that 7-day, I mean, it's actually kind of dope. Like, oh, cool, it's bouncing. It's bouncing. So let's look at the 24. All right, looks like it's calmed down a little bit, but people, we're going in the right direction. Okay, that's what counts, right? Is what counts. Coin season 22 out of 100. That's not ideal, but it's coming, and we're not at a $2.99 trillion market cap anymore. We're at, is that right, 3.18 trillion, and climbing. So we're going in the right direction, family. Can I change the time? Nope. So let's go back. Let's look at what happened. Let's look at some fear and greed index. 42. We're neutral now. I remember when everybody was all scared a couple weeks ago, and we're in extreme fear, and now last week maybe we're in fear. Now we're in neutral. We're coasting in neutral. That might shift up to greed here shortly, folks. That's when you need to be ready. We're contrarian investors. When everybody else is fearful, we get greedy. We're gonna buy the dip. When everybody else is greedy, that's when you start knowing that the sky could fall at any moment. You don't got to be running around here ducking, looking up all the time, but you know that that's the time to sell. Let's look at some bubbles. Okay, on the hour we got some little mini punts. Nexo's doing his thing. Okay, virtual, FET, render, lit up 12, MYX is down 13.5. All right, let's look at the week though. Let's look at the week. How's it looking on the week? Well, if you look at the weekly, almost everything is in green, fam. We're doing good this week. All right, stay with me, okay? Because it might just be what we were talking about before. We might just go ahead and bounce and run in Q1, Q2 due to liquidity, right? And the cycle being stretched out. Who knows? I'm not a chart guy. If I was a chart guy, I would be paying attention to macro as well, though, because the charts, they basically just say what macro did, right? They're downstream from macro, so we got to pay attention to the macro conditions of the market, right? Because that's going to dictate what happens. You know, we get a whole bunch of different things that influence the market, and you got to pay attention to that, right? So that's what I was doing, sitting up in here cooking, thinking about you guys and how we can maximize our yields, right? None of this is financial advice, but I'm just here sharing my journey with you guys in an effort to tell you a couple of things. One thing is that you can do it, right? You can do it. You know you can do it. Or at the very least, you knew you could do it. When I was a kid, I thought I could do anything. Society in this world will try to jade you and make it seem able to do things, man. But in this day and age that we live in the information age, baby, you can do anything. It doesn't even take long. So I'm just here to encourage you that it's like double dutch. You know, you want to jump in, just jump on in. The water's fine, right? It's good. It's good. It might look scary at certain times, and market sentiment will often look like fear, right? But just got to do the opposite of what the lemming retail speculators do, right? And that's why I'm here. I'm not here to give you financial advice, but I'm try and coach you into certain understandings, right? People say it's not for everybody. Trading is not for everybody, right? It's only for those who really want to do it. If you really want to do that, they'll tell you traders lose money. 95% of traders lose money. Well, 100% of traders lose money, right? But stick it out and come back and figure it out and become profitable. So there's that, right? Just here, man. Just sharing with you my journey in this. I've been in it since 2018, jumped in buying XRP, and XRP still going to do what it's going to do. Nothing happened through the lawsuit, the deal, nothing happened there that will not be reversed plus more, right? I was told that the longer this something is suppressed, what did they say? The longer the base, the higher in space. So what happens is when you suppress the value of coins, whenever they do rise, they take off with explosiveness, and it's really just an unstoppable force. So there's that, and you don't want to trade like everybody else. You don't want to look at the news and take it the way that everybody else does, right? You gotta think about it. I mean, it's logical. It's easy in process to say it, right? But when your assets have dropped 60, 70, 80% in value from what you paid for them, who's gonna be the one that buys that dip? Who is it? Who's gonna say, oh wow, I paid $1,000 for this and now it's only worth, 200? Who's gonna load up and buy another 1,000 and get way more than what they got the first time? Because if it was a value for you, if you saw value in it at 1,000 for 1,000, well, I mean, how much more value does it have when it's 80% off? Or did something fundamentally change with the product, the team, or the laws surrounding its delivery, right? If not, then I'm buying, baby. I'm the guy. I'm the guy who's gonna buy that dip, right? And pastor of my church recently said something in the New Year's. He said, God always blesses perseverance and faithfulness, right? So I'm persevering through it. I'm gonna stick to it. I'm sticking to my guns. I'm sticking to my guns because it says we're not supposed to bury our talents. We're supposed to take them to the marketplace, take it to the bank, exchange it, get some interest, right? That's what we're here doing, family. And then after we get this interest, we're gonna discuss ways of protecting that, right? So gotta take it step by step, right? So as you guys like, comment, and subscribe, tell me ways that you think are thinking about protecting your gains as they roll in. Tell me about it. Tell me what you think. We'll have a discussion. But until then, advisor out. Love you guys.